Good evening, and thank you for being here. Do we have any couples or people in relationships in here today? Thank you. Have you noticed how sometimes you can look into your partner's eyes and know exactly what they're thinking, and some other times they say a whole sentence and you're like, "Sweetie, I told you 100 times, I do not speak Klingon." Communication in a relationship is complicated. Sometimes it's telepathy, some other times it's quantum physics. So tonight, I'm going to give you zero insight into that dilemma, but I'm going to try to elegantly mansplain how communication have evolved in my own relationship. So get comfortable in your seat. If you're having a drink, take a sip of your drink and lower your expectation, of course. And let's get started. Once upon a time, on a sunny day in Jacksonville, Florida, yes, Florida, the only state where 5 out of every 4 people you meet are on something. Sometimes prescribed, sometimes religious, sometimes court order. Anyway, we agreed to meet at JCPenney. I first saw her at the short and fill section. The first thought that comes to my mind was, shit, I'm screwed. She's way out of my league. And let me paint a picture here. From the short section comes me, 5'7", and every time I renew my driver's license, that number goes lower for some reason. Anyway, at that time I was working at a gas station. I was depressed, hating life, overthinking, and wondering, is this what my therapist meant by potential? On the other side, from the toe section, emerges a 5'10" goddess wearing heels, so she's like 6 feet of hotness. And if I'm being honest with you, if she was not wearing heels, I just like to say that to feel better about the height difference. Anyway, she had a great smile that got me to dig so deep into myself, not to improve or anything, just to act better for like the past coming year, like hour or so to impress her. So in my head, I was like, brain, we need charms, confidence, humor, and emotional intelligence. My brain, on the other hand, was like, okay, charms. I have these childhood trauma memories. Would that work? Or humor. You'll always have your nose. Play that. For emotional stability, here's all your thoughts about being a failure. Finally, for confidence, here's the spreadsheet you created for the prices at work today. I learned one thing. I was a good employee. Anyway, during that date, we talked about everything you're not supposed to talk about. We talked about religion, philosophy, we even discussed the death penalty. It was an epic nerd date. We didn't flirt, we peer-reviewed each other's opinion on the world. At the beginning of my relationship, there was a lot of miscommunication. We both spoke English fluently, but she has dyslexia and I'm an immigrant, so between both of us, we spoke like backward English with an accent. For example, she used to ask me questions like, what do you want to do? What are you passionate about? And I would look at her like a caveman that just saw fire for the first time. Huh? So what do you mean by want? Sweetie, I'm Middle Eastern. We don't want. We're told. When I was 4 years old, my parents sat me down and be like, you're a smart kid. You are going to become a doctor. And I was like, but I want to be... So they cut me off and be like, a doctor? Wow, that's great. So mature for your age. Needless to say, I'm not a doctor now. She kept on asking me more confusing questions. She was like, so what do you like to do, like hobbies? I'm like, sweetie, did you just hear my story I just told you? Anyway, she was very patient with me because she knew that the secret to good communication in a relationship is gentle brainwashing. So she womansplained the process of having wants and likes to me, which is very fair. After all the mansplaining I did, that was just her cashing her rewards point back. And honestly, I do empathize with my wife and all women, because in my opinion, a woman dating a man, any man, is the emotional equivalent of a lawyer taking a pro bono case. And now listen to me. It doesn't pay. The paperwork is messy, and the client is always like, I did my own research. Sure. So, women are smarter, more complex, deep thinkers, they create life, they give birth. Men, on the other hand, struggle to go to the bathroom after a starchy meal. So, women create life, while men create regret. So, when my wife took my case, I was barely a pessimistic caveman. If she didn't show up, I'll probably be in some cave arguing with fire right now. She loved me, she accepted me for who I am, and that's great. That's the growth stage in any relationship. But after that stage comes a very scary stage. It's called true love burn phase. And let me tell you this small story. The other day, I was in the kitchen, trying to be the good wife as much as I can, while my wife was at the bedroom, and I heard her calling me, "Honey, you know how sometimes we try to find things that you do not have in common with Leo or cat?" And I was like, "Yes." She was like, "Well, here's another thing you have in common with Leo. He's just sitting here farting." Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is fully evolved couples communication. Not telepathy and not quantum physics, just two souls that are so comfortable discussing cross-species farting without a hesitation. That's true love, the kind you can smell. So from that day forward, me and Leo became gas-powered duo in the house. And my wife realized that she didn't just take a pro bono case, she adopted a hybrid. So, when a woman understands you, loves you, and still bosses you around better than anybody else, you know you need to propose. So, one last joke and I'll be out of here. So, another once upon a time in Florida, where legislators are selected on TikTok challenges, and apparently good judgment was not trending that day. Anyway, we were coming back from grocery shopping. She was holding a box of strawberry, the romance fruit. I was holding a box of toilet paper, the real representation of my role in the relationship. She was walking, and I kneeled on one knee. I looked at her with my eyes full of love and my heart beating with passion, and it started beating a little bit faster than usual. And I wrote the following: "Sweetie, what do you think?" Now I know that didn't sound like proposing, but like dial-up internet. The reason why is I was trying to connect, but my hardware and software were outdated. She was running on iOS 18, while I was running on DOS or Windows 95 on a good day. So, after everything, after I came back from blacking out, she did say yes, and that did prove that I'm the luckiest man alive because she understood my Klingon. Thank you very much.